So I haven't done an update in a really long time. I'm working a lot and I'm pretty much not in my grow space during the day. The days are short. At the end of December, we'll reach only 9 hours of daylight in Chicago. And so I'm gonna do this update in the dark, as we can see. There's a little bit of light left right now because I am testing out my Vivo Sun LED lights that I got for free to try them out and do a video about them. And I'm doing a lot of stuff with orchids, but none of them are very good for videos. I'm currently working on my third student paper for the AOS judging program. It's going to be on judging catasetums. And if you saw the October supplement of orchids, then everything in my paper is there. But I'm going to do a short summary for my judging center so they don't have to read all 36 pages of Fred Clark's writing. Let's see. Other things that I'm doing, I am converting. Oh, you totally can't see me like that. Look at all that shiny light. Other things that I'm doing are my second paper, which was on Paphiopedilum philippinense. I'm trying to convert it from a student paper into a paper which can be published in the AOS Orchids magazine. So that's orchids. And hopefully I'll get both of these writing projects done at the same time. And then finally, it's very cold here and I haven't gone on vacation. And so I am planning to go to the Caribbean in March during my daughter's spring break. And if I'm going to the Caribbean, I am going to look for orchids. So yeah, I lost it. I booked a cruise to the Caribbean. We're going to the Lesser Antilles, and I have been looking up papers on orchids in the Caribbean. And I found one, except it's completely in French, and I don't read French. So if people are interested in this paper, I can go through it in a video. My terrible attempts to translate the French. Google Translate is my friend. And what I'm hoping to do when I'm on the cruise and looking for orchids, I'm hoping to enjoy regular cruise things, but I'm also hoping to find a lot of orchids in the Caribbean. So if you're interested in me cruising and looking for orchids, leave a comment. Otherwise, I'm gonna do a quick tour in the dark of my orchid growing area. So I'm currently standing by the door, and behind me is the north side. So this behind here is the north side of the room. Panning from the north side of the room, we go south past my hanging racks to the south side of the room. So that is the southern exposure. We were just looking at the eastern exposure. And then on this inner wall that faces the house, I have my Vivo Sun light. It's the brightest part of the room in the dark right now. I have it on what's basically the majority of my Sunset Valley orchid cattleyas. I'm trying to get them to grow a little bit better. It's kind of harsh here for them and they suffer quite a bit. And oh, you can see right here that I have an orchid blooming. This is not a Sunset Valley orchid right here. This is from Florida Suncoast Orchids. So what I've been trying to do with this section actually is it's getting just supplemental lighting. So I have some string lights up here and down below. And these are just supplemental lighting. The whole room gets sunshine during the day, and this side, which is shadier, I'm just giving it some supplemental lighting from 6 a.m. until 9 p.m. My growth space is really tight. There's only 6 feet from side to side, and so it's really hard to give a good view of how many plants I have packed in here. I still have my pinto cages can see them to keep Pinto out from the flowers. That's Lois McNeil Ace right there. That Nibbles is not Pinto, but is the slugs got to those flowers. So let's look at all that. Before it opened, Pinto's been pretty good about the other side of the cage so far. He's been going after easier stuff, which is down at the bottom here. And then I still have my 2 IKEA racks. It's really hard to see any of these. And so hopefully that gives a taste. Oh, and I made these, I made one spinning thing for my air plants up there, and I'm still working on getting all the air plants, which are down here sitting under my orchids, up onto their own rack. This right here are the orchids I'm babysitting for Katia Orchideas, and it's hard to see them, but they were actually out in my sunroom, and then we had basically like 20 degrees outside this week, and it got down into the 30s in there, and I was afraid these guys would freeze, and so I brought them in. So I think that's it. If you're interested in what I'm doing, leave a comment, or if you have a question about my grow space or any of the orchid papers I'm writing, leave a comment and I can talk about them in a future video. But orchid research is kind of boring. I mean, I like it, but I'm just not sure anybody wants to listen to it. So yeah, leave a comment if you really want to know. And I'll, I guess, make another video soon.